Hello Flosstube, Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches here with my Flosstube update number 374. Today is February 20, I can't read my handwriting, 22nd I believe. Yeah, I think today's the 22nd. Excuse me. So the month of February is almost over. Sorry, I'm turning my sound off of my phone. The month of February is almost over. Today's the 22nd, so on the 25th, WIPGO will announce the March numbers. I have ice cream on my nose, sorry. Just that. Spot on my nose. Or something. I have something on my nose. Sorry. Hold on one second. Sorry. I was eating lunch earlier and I had a hamburger and a little Frosty from Wendy's. And so I don't know if I got ketchup or ice cream or what. It's rather embarrassing. Yeah. Anyway. Like I said, on the 25th, Jess Mary will announce the March numbers, so I'm looking forward to that. And I have been working. I have my one new start left, and so I have a few days to work on that, and or my WIPGO things and my other new start project, because there's various things. Like I think last week I saw that I had forgotten to cross one of the X's on my that Hope Angel of Hope Snow Angel Freebie from Twin Peak Primitives. I had forgotten to cross. I just had seen while I was holding it up. I saw one square where I had somehow skipped over crossing that X, and so I still have to correct that, and I want to correct it before I forget. So I do want to do that this month. So I have all this week to sort of attend to all the little details of what I have left to do. But so this past week I've been working on the bear, and this is from Cottage Garden Samplings, A Year in the Woods series. And this is number 6 in that series, the bear. And so, as I pointed out last week, I had started on these little frond things over here, these cattail fronds, and I had not yet done the cabin. I might have, I don't know if last week if I had started on that. I don't know if I have or not. And then the bear itself. And then there's some more cattail fronds over here, and I had done just the lightest green, you can see right under here. I had not done the tops of these cattails or that light green color. I had just done the one like kind of stem. But so I think last week I had finished like the lightest green part of this curly Q thing down here. Anyway, so I think Thursday was the 7th day, or maybe Wednesday was the 7th day, because I started like on the Thursday before or whatever. But I went ahead and was working on it until last night, because I was trying to finish up some stuff. Sorry. I was trying to just kind of, get to a stopping point or whatever. So I went ahead and did like basically 8.5, 9 days. But so I finished the fronds over here. I just finished working on those. So this side is finished. And then I did the cabin. I finished the cabin. I had to actually go and buy this thread for this color here. Hold on. I had to finish, I went ahead and finish this cabin, I had to go buy this thread here because I was searching high and low amongst all my things, and I had looked in Thread Tracker and, you know, thought I had it somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So I just went ahead and bought this thread here so that I could finish the cabin, and because I'd done everything else, you know. But so I finished the little cabin, and then I worked with those colors. I finished the bear's face, like up to here is all done. This sort of lighter gray-brown color is what goes in here, and in here, all these little blank spaces are that gray-brown color. And then down here, I had gotten to the end of a thread here and had not, and went back and was doing all these other colors. I mean, other blank spaces. And so this right here is again, I get to the end of a thread. It's going to be a little bit more of this color, and then it's surrounded by that gray-brown color, and then eventually surrounded by the two brown colors on there. And then I started working on this green color of this frond here. I did finish this one, and so I have to continue that on, and then that's the one color that's missing from here, and then this darker green curls around down here around that. So I've hit the goal for this. The goal was 7 days, and I've hit the 7 days on this, but I'm very tempted to finish out those greens, to finish these fronds, and then maybe finish this color, so that all that's left is the dark brown, the medium brown, and the gray brown on the bear. Because then, you know, if I could do these fronds and finish them, and there's a couple of fronds that go under here, but I didn't want to do them because I want to finish the darker brown, because otherwise it would involve a lot of counting, and I don't want to put them in the wrong place. But if I can finish the green, the fronds down here on this piece, then next time I come around to this project, I can finish it, I think. Anyway, we'll see. But that is the bear. This is I want to say 28 count maybe, linen that I dyed for these, all of the Cottage Garden Samplings Year of the Woods patterns are all on this same fabric. So yeah, this is the raccoon. I haven't done nearly as much on this one as I have on the others. Yeah. So anyway, that's the bear. That was one of my WIPGO numbers. I think it was number 7. 7 and 8 were the numbers for this month, and I already did 8 last time. I showed you the bald eagle. And Snow Angel, I kind of got it mixed up. The bear and Snow Angel were my number 7 projects, and then my number 8 projects were the bald eagle and Quirky Christmas. So Snow Angel, I showed you, that was a Twin Peak Primitives pattern, and then Quirky Christmas is another Twin Peak Primitives pattern. So Quirky Christmas consists of 9 patterns, and I think they did Quirky Animals, and for Nashville, they came out with another quirky thing, Quirky Americana, Quirky Patriotic, something, but they're all like patriotic, old-fashioned patriotic patterns, like the old, guys in the tri-corner hats and that sort of thing, and all that. But it's sort of Americana kind of things. But again, it's this folk art kind of style, and nine patterns, I think, in the set. So this is Quirky Christmas though. So I started with Nicolas here, this little Santa Claus kind of thing. And so there's like these little swirls around the edge are all backstitched, and then the hat. And in working on this, I had to look very carefully, because at first glance at the pattern, it looked like, you know, all of this was one color, because there's a circle symbol, a filled in circle, black circle, and then there is a little hexagon symbol that's also black. And so when you first look at it, you can't really tell the hexagon from the circle. It just looked round, right? And then I looked a little more closely, because I was looking at the key with the numbers, and because it has like the color and then the symbol and then the name of the color. And so I noticed that there was a circle and a hexagon next to each other. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, where's the, you know, where, and so I looked more closely at the pattern, and I was like, oh, what I thought was a circle at the top where his hat is, I thought this was a circle, and it's actually a hexagon, so it's a different color. So fortunately, I caught that and was right, did it all in the wrong color or something. But anyway, so this is all, I just got started like in the wee hours of this morning, and I did a little bit more earlier this morning. So just the beginning of his hat, and then there's white in here, and I actually had to look very closely, because there's a couple of places where the white is like French knots or backstitching, and another place where the white is an actual square that you stitch. So yeah, so I've actually, since this is a PDF pattern, I just went ahead and just wrote on it, scribbled on it, like, this is this number and this is this number, so that I know what symbol I'm looking at and what number I'm looking at and all that, so that I don't make a mistake. Most of them are very clear, but like I said, the hexagon and the circle, if you don't, unless you look very closely, it's kind of easy to mix them up, as well as the white things, whether it's a square or a French knot or whatever. So just to make a note to myself, just so I don't overlook something or read it wrong. But anyway, like I said, this is my start so far. So I want to get a little further along in the next couple of days, but I do want to use some of next week to tie up loose ends on the things that I'm stitching. So because I don't have a set goal for these new starts, technically I've met the goal because I've started it. But I like to go a little further, at least, if I can finish the little guy's hat, maybe, or at least finish the red part of his hat, something like that, that I can, get some more of that done. But that's Quirky Christmas by Twin Peak Primitives. And this is 28 count, I want to say Irish linen. I don't know. I've used it, part of it before, because there's a corner cut out of it. Let me see what this is. Yeah, tea-dyed Irish linen. So I want to put all 9 of them on this fabric. I thought I had more of this, and I've used this for the Prairie Schooler Starry Night patterns. I think that's the same fabric, or one very similar to it. So if by some chance I don't have enough to do all 9 of them on this piece of fabric, I have a little bit more of that, more room on that Starry Night fabric to do some more of these if I have to. But I think they'll all fit on here, because this, I did give myself a 2 inch down and 2 inch over margin to start this one, but the ones after that, I can start 2 down from the top, but you know, really just like 2 inches between the end of the one pattern and the beginning of another, because I really don't need more than an inch to finish, because I hope to finish them all as ornaments if they're not too big. At least the smaller ones I can do as ornaments, and maybe the larger ones. There's a couple of them that are larger, like this Christmas tree, and I think this one, the angel, are a little on the larger side, and this Santa Lucia one, I think, all of these are a little bit on the larger side. So I don't know, they have them all finished like as ornaments here. So I may be able to go ahead and finish them all as ornaments. Like this Christmas tree is the largest one, I think, and it's only 53 by 77. So maybe it's not as, yeah, and the angel is 50 by 73. So they're not really that much larger, I guess. Nicolas is 58 by 70. So they're all in that 70 range and 50 something range. So, you know, so I should be able to just like, you know, have an inch between them, and then just, you know, because I would just need an inch to, you know, fold it over something, and, you know, and finish it as an ornament. So we'll see. But like I said, I think I should be able to leave, you know, an inch on either side to finish them. So hopefully I can fit them all on that one piece of fabric. So that's really all the stitching that I've done this week. Let me move these out of the way here. But my sister and I just went to Michael's because she had to pick up a thread or two or something, and I made the mistake of going, of course, when I didn't have a specific stitching project that I needed something for, like needing threads or whatever. But I was wondering, or I was trying to see if they had more of this Irish linen, because last week we went to Joann's because they're having, you know, they're closing at least one of the stores here in town. Well, it's hard to say because, you know, like I think the one in Tucson is staying open, and I think maybe one in Mesa, I don't know if that one's closing or staying open. I don't know, because, you know, there's, I guess, a few stores here in the greater Phoenix area, you know, Phoenix, Mesa, Tempe, whatever. And so I'm not necessarily that familiar with which ones are staying open, which ones are closing. But I know the one that's closest to us, the one we usually go to, is one of the ones that's closing. So I was that linen that's on, that's a tea-dyed Irish linen. It's made, you know, it's a DMC, Charles Craft, whatever kind of brand. And so I couldn't remember whether I had bought that kind of thing at Joann's or at Michael's, because I don't think they have it at Hobby Lobby, I'm pretty sure. So I went to Joann's thinking they had that, and I bought Carolina linen there at Joann's, and so it's a little bit different shade than this tea-dyed Irish linen. And so when we were at Michael's, I was looking at it at their fabric, looking again, and I thought, well, maybe it was at Michael's that I bought that tea-dye Irish linen. And they had mostly Ada, of course, but they had, you know, some Monaco, white Monaco, and the only linen that they had, it wasn't labeled as this tea-dye Irish linen. It just said linen, and it was a little bit darker color, so I didn't buy it. Because I told myself, oh, it's $9.99. I don't want to, you know, spend that much, because I was trying not to spend that much money. And, you know, but so then they had a little clearance area, and they had, you know, just various discounted prices and stuff. But they had these little chargers. This is, it seems like wood on the front, but it's actually plastic. It's just, you know, but this was like $2. So I think, I don't have anything specifically in mind, but I think it would be a good finishing piece. That's why I ended up with a bucket full of like random wooden pieces and things that, you know, I thought, oh, that would be good to finish on. Mostly I bought things like from the dollar section at Target or something, that little, you know, what is it called? The Target spot, whatever. They have random stuff there. And so I've picked up some pieces there for finishing that I think, oh, that would be a good thing to finish something on. And then, you know, I just would add it to my pile of stuff that I had. And that's kind of what this was. They had one that was a silver finish, you know, and then these that were wooden, and I thought these would, you know, make nicer ideas to finish something on. But anyway, so I picked that up. It was $2. And then they also had these little mesh bags. I figure it's a nice project bag. It has an outside zipper pocket, and then the main zipper compartment. And then also, I bought this little, it's, you know, kind of like a pencil bag, whatever, but it's I thought it would be a nice little notions pouch because it has, again, it has an outer zipper and an inner zipper. And I think when it just has like a plastic shaper in there that, you know, you could leave it in there, I guess, if you wanted to, or you could take it out. But it's meant to be like a, kind of like a pencil pouch or a crayon pouch or something like that. Mesh pencil pouch. But again, you know, it's like I said, it's kind of shaped on the bottom, but, you know, make a good notions pouch. And it was on sale. It was like 40% off or something. But I also bought this, and this is actually the most expensive thing I bought. It's embossed on the front and it has a little area for, I guess you could, you know, decorate it however, because it's just chipboard. Oh, sorry, I smacked myself. But it has these rings, but it has just like individual pages. So I figure, you know, you could actually, like if you had something like that Quirky Christmas thing, I don't intend to mount it on in this. I intend to make ornaments out of it. But like, say, something like the Quirky animals, right? There's 9 designs. And if you finished them, if you did like a flat finish, you could, you know, put one on one side. And, excuse me, I can't do it. And one on the other, you could like do like a flat finish and, you know, glue it on there and then decorate around there with either like say one of those colored like paint pens, or you could put stickers, or you could put, you know, something else on it, whatever. But you could do back and front. So I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 sides. You know, there's 5 pages, and then, you know, again, the inside and back page, whatever, in the back. So you could decorate it however. So I think this just, it was kind of a little bit of an indulgence, but it's like, you know, it's hard because, you know, we're sort of in limbo here with, you know, I've got lots and lots and lots and lots of finishing stuff in storage. And I'm kind of, you know, getting that, you get that little itch, you know, of wanting to do something. So yeah, I want to, you know, finish things if I can or whatever, or at least have stuff waiting in the wings that, you know, as I see it, think, oh yeah, that would be great. So when I saw this little chipboard booklet, I thought, well, that would be a good way to, you know, maybe finish some smalls or whatever that you wouldn't necessarily know what to do with, or you don't want to have 1,000 little small pillows, or like I said, like those quirky animals, things that would make they're nice little finishes, but you wouldn't necessarily want to make them all into ornaments if they're not, you know, if you don't, like for me, I don't do like an Easter tree or you know, other holidays, you know, trees, Halloween tree or anything like that. You know, I have some Christmas style ornaments, but something like this would be good for smaller Halloween or just generic animals or whatever kind of finishes. So yeah, so that part of my brain is kind of working overtime on that a little bit. So I don't know. Anyway, so the month is winding down, and next time, next Saturday will be the 1st of March, and hopefully I will know. I can, you know, maybe, you know, start on a new WIPGO project. And also by next Saturday, I will have, you know, done a little more work on Nicolas, and it'll give me some time to finish up all the loose ends on my other various projects, the bald eagle, the bear, snow angel, and Nicolas. And we'll see where I am on all of those projects and where what I have coming up for March. Tonight I'm going to the symphony concert, so I want to go ahead and wrap this up. But I think that is all I have for now. And like I said, I hope to do a little bit more on the bear just to finish up this little, you know, loose ends on it, and make some significant progress on Nicolas, just so that it's, you know, well away. Because even though it's really small, that, what did I say, 58 by 70 or something like that, it's a lot of stitches in that little space. What did I say? Yeah, 58 by 70, but it's, you know, it's some pretty dense stitching in there. You know, these little swirlies are all back stitched, so that's not a problem. But you know, it's you know, it's kind of a lot of stitching. It's deceptive to look at, because it's not very big, and yet it's a lot of stitching. But hopefully, like I said, I can make some significant progress in the coming days. But I think that is all I have for this week, and we'll see what next week brings. So yeah, that's it. So I will see you next time. Oh, you know, be sure and check out our Etsy shop. That's always up and running, the Three Sisters Creative Etsy shop. We're still, you know, able to send out needle minders and scissor fobs, which are on there, and project bags. And then there's a few patterns on there that we've designed that are on there, including the one that my old sister just did recently, the what do you call it? Temperature chart. She designed this under the sea temperature chart, and it's only the end of February, and they're just little, you know, fish. So it's not, it wouldn't take you that long to catch up with those fish for the months of January and February. if you're interested in doing that. So, like I said, that's on our Etsy shop, Three Sisters Creative, and I always put that link down at the bottom. I think that's it. So I will see you next week, and until then, thanks for watching. Bye.